behind the scenes. Like, what deep thing? And the answer is we're not. We're going to do a behind the scenes and go through the videos that we're doing. And I think that was our intro.
Well, it's respond to a comment. So yeah, that's absolutely our.
We got a comment after last month's 10-minute talk where we asked for suggestions. That asked us for a behind the scenes like thing. And we have some assumptions about what that means, but we're going to talk about it.
Yes. So welcome to our, goodness, is it May already?
Yes.
Our May,
it's not
well, it's not quite, but yeah, almost. We're going to share it a little early, but this is our May 10-minute talk. And we're going to talk about behind the scenes, the whys and whats of our YouTube channel and our project. So.
Yeah. Plus what videos are coming up in May, but we're going to do which one do we want to do first?
The behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Let's just knock it out. So Eric, what is the channel?
Well, technically the channel is called the UU Daily Minute because we would like to do things other than what we're going to talk about later in this video about like what's coming up next month, which is the 3 minutes in UU history, which is how this whole channel started, was just creating those videos.
And we've already started to expand because we did our first Let's Play.
We did a Let's Play video last week. Oh, we're going to have a live one this Sunday. So we got to launch this video and schedule that Let's Play.
Yeah, a Sunday in America, we will be playing a Let's Play with liberal theology with city skylines.
Yes, but let's not talk. Well, that's not the point of this video.
That's not what we're doing.
Okay, so how did we start this project? Okay, so
there's a couple answers to this. Go ahead, Eric. You go first, and then
Well, Erien and I were both students at Star King School for the Ministry, UU Identity School based in the Bay Area, although we were both remote learning students. And we had a class called Adult Faith Development. And before the class started, we came up with this idea for doing a YouTube channel around history because, well, I'm a self-professed, I would say UU theology, but also history nerd. And I believe Erien would self-describe that way as well.
Absolutely. I read extra history books.
I probably read more extra theology books than history, but I love the historical aspect and all the other stuff that we do. But yeah.
Well, and what we discovered when we kind of started to chat, and we did this chat with other friends of ours, let's be real, but our work came out of this group of people who are amazing. There were 4 of us who met regularly to talk UU stuff. And then Eric and I just decided to pursue this for this class. But when we had started to really look at what was on YouTube and what was out there in short format videos, there really wasn't a lot out there yet. And
there was some,
but not a consistent, sustainable, and that word's really important.
Sustainable, yeah.
Way to approach Unitarian Universalist thought, theology, history, feelings, concept, whatever. People.
Events.
Yep. Everything that we were finding was either an hour long or just non-existent. And
but again, there are some. Everyone who's out there creating content, and please let us know about it, and we will link to you. And if you want to link to us, and we can talk about each other's videos. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, please. That's the point. Is we looked at it and we went, well, there's kind of this hole for some of this. Yes, some of it's being done, but we wanted to kind of consolidate it in a way, and then we looked at research on what was successful on YouTube. And then we did all this research as is appropriate for a master's level class.
That's true.
And then we said, we found out some really neat facts in the class that I think also shaped some of our stuff. Like the idea that, most people, regardless of their background, socioeconomic status, background, no matter who they are, if they happen to live in North America, they're carrying a phone, right? Well, then that led us to think if you're on your commute or you're going somewhere, that's part of that. Most people watch a 3 to 5 minute video. Like they have time for
on
that.
YouTube.
On YouTube,
a typical viewing length on YouTube is somewhere around 3 minutes.
And that settled our timeline. So, which has been a fun, thing as history nerds to get stuff to fit in that format. There's a whole thing there.
Well, but there's a whole nother reason why we kept the format short, because we have other things that go on in our lives, and we do. And the idea that we have time to, well, there's two things that could possibly occur. One would be we'd write an hour-long script to fit that kind of hour format video that exists out there. And that's not going to happen, because that's like 3 sermons in one. And the second thing is, what was I going to say? The second thing is, I don't know what I was going to say. That's the main one. Oh, well, we don't have time. God, what was I going to say? Maybe you'll edit this out, or maybe I'll think of it. Is there another thing?
I don't know. There's a few reasons. We had an entire set of academic reasons, and then personal reasons that coincided with it is the idea that we sort of enjoyed the challenge of the 300 words. Our average script, and I use that word loosely, is right around 300.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah. And this is, Erik's learned to talk fast. I'm not doing that. But we also wanted to keep these things as nuggets, or Erik calls them morsels sometimes, and I smile every time he says it because that's the appropriate word. Is we wanted to give people morsels. We're not going to be able to give you the entire history of who is Thomas Starr King in 3 minutes, but we are going to be able to give you morsels in 3-minute chunks. And as we do them, we'll be able to, you can watch a series of 6 videos on the different things about Thomas Starr King that make Thomas Starr King awesome. And then you have 6 morsels of knowledge about that individual. And that means that we aren't really excluding things. We're just waiting for the next opportunity to talk about that person to share that fact, which I think at first was a struggle for people to understand. Well, you didn't talk about this and you didn't talk about that. And yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that was the point, is that we're keeping these to small nuggets that people can put into their pocket and maybe just bust them out of coffee hour. I don't know.
Well, and the other option, I remember what I was going to say, other than the sustainability thing. Not only do we not have time, but we want to create multiples of them. And by having it in a short format, it's a lot easier to create these videos. The other thing is, if we were to do our videos without a script, it would not be historical facts. It would be like a podcast, and we would just be discussing stuff. And what we're trying to do is really just compress down 250 to 400 words into a digestible chunk that can be listened to when you have a break from work, or before church starts, as you're sitting there bored and you're checking in on Facebook at your church. You can just, I got a little time.
Or shared by a DRE,
shared by a DRE, whatever. But the point is, it needs to be sustainable for us and watchable for the viewers. And I'll be honest, I have never watched an hour-long video about anything having to do with Unitarian Universalism, even when it was assigned in class.
Nobody tell anybody that.
No.
I did, but I will also tell you that the 3 to 5 minutes seemed to be kind of where I'm at too with my time. But right now we don't receive anything. We don't get paid by anybody to do this. This is our time.
Yeah. That
we're donating to our calling, kind of how I see it right now.
We're doing it. No. I mean, I wouldn't say we're donating it. It's our passion is UU theology and history. And this is a way to get out there, interesting things that we've found through our studies and through just knowledge of Unitarian Universalism out into the world. So
that brings us to why would anybody want to listen to us, Erik and Erien, when it comes to UU history and UU theology?
Well, I did say we're nerds.
Well, the simple answer to that is that, I'm seeking ordination with Unitarian Universalism, and I finally completed my Master of Divinity at Starr King. So this is kind of the wheelhouse, and Erik's still working on his.
I'm close to graduating.
So close. And when you immerse yourself in a 4+ years master's program on something, you have to be passionate to keep going at it. So it's pretty awesome. And I would like to say at this time that if you're interested in doing anything on our channel, please reach out. And the funny thing is we've asked people, we've made this invitation to other seminarians and
not just like one or two.
Lots. And I don't know why they're hesitant, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But we want to say that it is not, that's also another reason why they're not longer than 3 minutes, because we want, the other reason we didn't mention is we would like this style to be something that a church DRE or a church program, a church could emulate and say like,
replicate.
Replicate. How do you guys do that? It's simple. We write 300 words down and then we try to read it without making mistakes.
And then when we do, we giggle and just keep going because
and maybe there'll be a blooper video coming out soon.
No, there won't.
Yeah.
They're mostly mine.
That one bit. Yeah. So we'll talk about that. But and we want to do other things other than this. So if you have ideas like reach out to us. Because the last time we did one of these, as I said, we got a comment. We didn't get one comment. We got like 3 comments, and some of them had multiple comments within them about what we should do. So feel free to like below on YouTube and tell us what you want us to be doing. And if you want to reach out and say, I'd like to do a 3 minutes in UU history, I've got an interesting fact. Look at our videos, figure out what it is that interests you, like what genre, and just send us an idea. It takes about an hour to 2 hours, but the first time might take 2 months because you're nervous about recording.
Which is what we did.
But once you do it, the first one, suddenly the next 30 that are out right now take about an hour a piece. So just so you know.
And it's a lot of fun. But thank you. That's our behind the scenes look at the UU Daily Minute, and in particular 3 minutes in UU history and how we got started. And if you have questions,
well, comment below, but we also want to say that we have like an hour-long presentation on the pedagogy of the method and on the counter-oppressive aspects of this methodology and how it's created and how it can be viewed. So
yeah, if you really
give
want
that
that
lecture, if you really want to hear it.
Yeah, we could give it, and we're pretty
good. We have
a
presentation, PowerPoint,
everything. So so before we close out real fast, we have 5 videos coming out in May.
We do. You have the first one. It's coming out this coming Monday, and this video will launch probably tonight. It's Thursday here in the United States.
Friday.
So today's the 29th. So it'll come out today. We have a video coming out on May 3rd, at least one. We also are going to have the Let's Play go live. We're going to have a Let's Play live stream on Sunday afternoon, and maybe a blooper from a recent episode released.
You are not releasing that. I should never have. I uploaded a blooper to share with Eric, my funny moment.
It's funny and it's compact. It's less than a minute long, and it's nothing embarrassing. Okay, so what's your video? What are we releasing that you did on May 3rd? I'm
highlighting Thomas Stark King at the Apostle of Liberty. That's all.
Nice. He's also the person who our seminary was named
who our
after.
school's named after.
And I'm not going to say any more because then I'm just doing the 3 minutes in UU history. So I'll leave it till Monday. You got to wait till Monday to learn about Thomas Stark King, or go to Wikipedia or Google him or something.
What's after that? That next one's yours.
The next one is not a protege. What's the right word? A compatriot. They probably knew each other, Thomas Stark King and William C. Nell. He was in the we'll say in the for this definition, the 1840s through the rest of his life, a Unitarian transcendentalist who also happened to be Black. And we don't hear about that a lot in the history of early Unitarianism or transcendentalism, where we only think about like white guys like Emerson and Thoreau. We rarely even think about Thomas Stark King, even though he was better known at the time than Thoreau. But I'll leave that for Monday. Sorry, I could talk about that for a while.
Yeah, it's a really great video.
And then you have the next one.
Oh yeah, I have another kind of. we have these ones where we call them definition videos, where I explain what a thing is. And I'm channeling my inner Hermione Granger, so I hope you laugh along with me as you watch that video. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. On the
but it's about, well, no, no, we can say what it is. It's called Unitarians versus Trinitarians. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Because that question comes up when you talk to your friends about like, so what's a Unitarian? And then you have to explain what it means historically, like versus what it means now. And then it gets complicated and they're like,
the head tilt or the
so apparently we'll probably also need then after this an elevator pitch video. What is an elevator pitch? So then the Unitarian versus Trinitarian people can like hear like what's an elevator. Okay, anyways, but I digress. The next one coming out on May 24th is I think it's the early history of the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. And it is essentially an extension, or it's an adjunct story to the story that is contained within the episode called Why a Chalice? Because Unitarian Universalism's chalice that they use as both a printed symbol and within the churches as a object that gets
a liturgy.
The flame gets lit every, before a service or an event and then gets extinguished at the end. That chalice came from it was part of the creation of the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. And we're going to tell a little more about that and get more in depth to what really happened back during early World War II.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to close out May with what is the Berry Street essay? Which is right around the time it'll be, I don't remember when General Assembly is.
General Assembly is about 3 weeks after, it's 3 weeks into June, roughly. I think it's the 23rd through the 26th, something like that. I don't know. And the Berry Street essay is something that happens as part of the
stuff
the entire thing around GA. And so you'll learn more about it when Erien tells you.
Yeah. So that's all we have. Again, subscribe, like, comment, ask questions. Thank you for watching.
And if we've said anything that annoys you, let us know that too. We welcome all comments.
Yeah, and if you disagree with us.
Oh, if you disagree, that's cool. Although today we didn't really say anything that's disagreeable because we're just talking about the start of the channel. But if you want to talk to us about, I don't know, morals and ethics or anything like that, please.
The definition of morals and ethics and why we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an inside joke, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
What is a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as a foundation for a system of... yeah, so much fun. What is a foundation? Oh my God. What is a fundamental truth or proposition? What is a fundamental... Okay. What is a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as a foundation for a system of belief or behavior in unit? Are you kidding me right now?